This is a normal distribution question. It says golf balls are manufactured such that their diameters are normally distributed with a mean of 1.68 inches, and it is found that 13% of golf balls have a diameter greater than 1.73 inches. Find the standard deviation of the golf ball diameters. Okay, let's write down what we know first of all. So the first thing we can see here is it says it has a mean of this. So let's write down X is distributed, normal distribution, and normally you'd write mean, mu, and then sigma squared, where sigma is the standard deviation. So we're going to say X is distributed normal, and we know mu is 1.68. Sigma, we still have to find. Okay, next bit it tells you is it is found that 13% of golf balls have a diameter greater than 1.73. That means the probability that X, the diameter, is greater than 1.73 is equal to, let me just check, 13%, which is equal to 0.13. Now we're going to have to go on and use the inverse normal, but the inverse normal only works for less thans. That means the probability that X is less than 1.73 is going to be equal to 1 minus 13%, or 100% minus 13%, which is going to be 87%, 87% as a decimal. Okay, let's do, are we normal distribution or are we standard deviation diagram? Oh dear me, look at that. Right, 1.73, the X value of 1.73 would be up here, 1.73, as this area is 1.87, this whole area here, and this is the real life value. We want to have a standardized value of Z1 as well. So the probability that Z is less than Z1 is equal to 0.87. Now what we need to find is the Z value, and then we can use this formula, which is Z is equal to, we can use this formula here, we'll do this so we can see it, that Z is equal to X minus mu over sigma. And once we find the Z1, we'll know Z1, we'll know our X was 1.73, we know our mu was 1.68, and then that we'll have all three of those things. We just need to find the sigma. That will allow us to find sigma. So that's where we're going with this. Okay, how we find the Z value then? So if I just draw that diagram again, just so we can really focus on what we're doing. So I want to find Z1 such that this area is 0.87. So that's what we want to do. So on your ClassWiz calculator, you go to inverse normal. Find the inverse normal function, and then when you find that, inverse normal, and then the first thing comes up is the area, and the area has to be from a left up to a point, so that's why we had to do it in the less than form. So the area is 0.87, and my sigma, so this is very important, Z is normally the standardized normal variable, has a mean and a standard deviation, but Z has a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. So that's really what you need to put in. So when you're doing this, you need to put in that your sigma is 1 and your mu is 0. So fire that into the calculator. So the area is 0.87, sigma is 1, mu is 0. Fire that all in, and when I put that in, I got my Z1 to be, and use a whole pile of decimal places, 1.12639. So there we have 5 decimal places, and then we're going to put that into the formula. So write down the formula. Z is equal to X minus mu over sigma. We'll fill in what we know. We know our Z value is 1.12639 is equal to my X. Let's find what my X value was. It was 1.73 was the X value corresponding to this Z value. I think we knew the mu, didn't we? We knew the mu. Yep, we knew our mu was 1.68, and we're trying to find our sigma. So I think I would probably, right, now the annoying thing is I've only got my one calculator with me here. If you've got a good ClassWiz calculator now, because you got it on up to school to be able to do the A-level statistics, and you've maybe got an older calculator you had down in school, bring it into the exam with you, because it will be a big help. It'll save you jumping from mode to mode on the one calculator. So I haven't done that. I've only got the one calculator, so I had to go out and get into regular calculation mode. And I'm going to tidy up that top line. And this is the sort of thing I'm going to make a mistake in, sort of a silly thing I would make a mistake on. So I'm just going to do that on my calculator as easy as it is. 1.73 minus 1.68. And I get, obviously I get 0.05 over your sigma, and then multiply across by the sigma. 1.12639 sigma is equal to 0.05, and then we'll get our sigma, which is 0.05 divided by 1.12639, and when I got my sigma, it was 0.0443 9 I'm going to go for. So there's 5 dPs. I've got my sigma 2. Probably it was to 2 dPs. What was our mu given to? Our mu was given to 2 dPs. You know what? I'll go to 2 sig figs. So it's 0.044 to 2 sig figs. If I need to use this later on in the question, I will use the more accurate version. Okay, part 2. So let's just write down, we now know x is distributed normally. The mean was 1.68, and my sigma is 0.04439. So that's it squared. Okay. It says 20% of golf balls are not sold because their diameters are too short. Find the minimum diameter of golf balls which are sold. Okay, right, lovely. So something is not sold. 20% of them are not sold if their diameter is too short. So they're on the bottom end of this, and that's 0.2. So right, 0.20, so we can see it's 20%. We'll call this, we don't need to use Z scores. We can use X scores. I'm going to call this X1. So the probability of something not being sold is if it's less than X1, and that is equal to then the area is equal to 0.2, write down 0.20. So 20% of them are not sold for being the diameters are too short. So we can again use the inverse normal. So inverse normal, and on the new ClassWiz calculator is fantastic. So inverse normal, and go to it, and the area is 0.2, and then just be careful, your sigma is this thing, 0.04439, and your mu is 1.68. So no messing about converting between anything. You can do it directly on your calculator. Forgot to write those in. What was my sigma there? Sorry, my sigma was 0.04439, and my mu was 1.68. And when I put that out, I got therefore my X1 was 1.64, and that makes sense if you think about it, because it was smaller than the mean. So it is a sensible thing. So I've given that to 2 decimal places. I don't know what the units were. Look at the units, see what they were. Inches. So that's what we have. That is our answer in inches then. Happy days. Done. So ClassWiz calculators make life very easy, and as well, if you've got an older calculator that you had down in school, bring it into the exam, it'll save you shifting from mode to mode.